So since 2017, I've been able to donate more than 624 tree seedlings. I've been able to plant 108 trees. Hi, my name is Mary Petit Wanjiko. I'm a Kenyan Scout under the Kenyan Scout Association. I'm 28 years old. I was working to solve a problem of deforestation because I realized that the community in my village are cutting down trees to practice agriculture, cultivation and other related activities because they claim to have a very small land and they want to grow their crops. Trees are very useful to the environment. Trees are a source of rainfall. They are a source of fresh air as they act as carbon sink. As a scout, the action that I took, and this was after an observation from my grandfather's farm, the brown olive, being an indigenous tree that never causes any harm to the environment, is a suitable tree for the environment and for the community. So I decided to start a nursery bed and then donate trees to the community because I wanted them to practice agroforestry. That means they plant trees together with their crops, so that will be promoting the environment, and also the crops will grow very well because this tree is a source of humus. It makes the soil very fertile. Also because of the dense canopy of the tree, meaning that it helps in water retention. So even during drought season, their crops never suffer from direct sunlight. The idea came from both my dad and I, but again, I involved the community to help me with labor to establish the nursery bed, and also the scouts. I'm a scout leader for a local unit, and also by the time I was establishing the project, I was a rover scout, so I involved the rover crew and some members of the community-based organization, and of course my family, who have been very supportive in this project. So since 2017, I've been able to donate more than 624 tree seedlings. I've been able to plant 108 trees, and I've seen a great impact. Every time I go to check on the project progress, I'm happy because I assigned people to take care of the trees, and I'm happy none of them have died or dried. And since it's a long-term project, I believe that with more support, I'll be able to widen the scope and reach more and more people, since deforestation is a challenge not only in Kenya, but a global challenge. The major objective of this project is to promote the harmony between the biodiversity and the community in the ecosystem. And the goal is to curb climate change and mitigate the global warming. I'm dealing with the community and convincing them that they should plant trees in their land. It wasn't very easy because they say that we have a small land. I only want to plant crops that will help me. It was quite a hard task, but I'm grateful to my grandfather because I used his farm as an example or a case study for my project, because I told them to come and see what my grandfather did, and all these years he have never lacked food or yield from his farm. So after some years, I believe that by planting the olive trees, we will have a harmonious ecosystem where the insects will be feeding on nectar, the birds will be feeding on buds, and at the end of the day, we have a balanced ecosystem. And also, since these trees act as carbon sinks, I believe that the future generation will find some fresh air to breathe, a good shade to sit under, and a green world. I also want to hit a target of planting 2,000 trees by 2024, and this will immensely contribute in increasing the indigenous forest cover, not only in Kenya, but globally. I've been a scout since I was 8 years old. That means I've been in scouting for 20 years now, and I can proudly say that I'm who I am because of scouting, and I'm where I am because of scouting, both in my passion, my profession, and in my career. Scouting have really taught me a lot of things. In a way, I call it a formal learning because there's a lot to learn in scouting that we never get in our school curriculum. I feel like it's my duty, it's my responsibility to care for the environment, to care for the animals, and to conserve the only planet Earth that we have. So for you young people out there, scouts or non-scouts, in any voluntary organization or not, I would like to urge you that it's always good to follow your passion. because something that is passion driven, it just comes out naturally. Do it regardless of who is watching. I never knew that one day I'll be recognized as a messenger of peace hero, because from my tree planting project, I was just doing it out of passion because I love environment. I would like to urge you on how you use the social media. Just ensure that you use the social media in a positive way. Be careful of what you post, and it's always good to follow your passion, and one day it will pay.